Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Lorelei Shamayo, and this is MeWe Fairs for energizing body, mind, heart, and soul. We have events throughout the Northwest, many online, and we interview our practitioners and vendors so you get a chance to know who we are before you meet us at an event. I'm excited to be here today with Linda Sebring. Linda, it's lovely to be with you.
Thank you, Lorelei. I've enjoyed participating in MeWe fairs in the past and look forward to being at many more in the future.
That's great. Well, so what is it that you do? What do you offer at our fairs? Tell us.
What I offer has all got to do with the realm of plants and plant-based nutrition because most people don't consume enough fiber, which is found in plants only, and all of the phytonutrients which are found in plants, most of the names of which are not common household words, like anthocyanins and polyphenols, and the interesting, it's all kinds of wonderful things that are in plant foods that most people don't get enough of. And that's what our mission
Well,
is to get you connected with plant foods for your gut health and your mind health. So this is about wellness. We don't treat any diseases. We're just looking for optimum health and vitality through nutrition.
it's great. You got me thinking a whole bunch of things because, like, I say I was a plant biologist, and so I know some of these things. And I'm like, oh yeah, we got to make sure we're talking to everybody. And part of what I was going to ask you is, what are these things good for? What are these big word things good for? And it sounds like the gut and the head. So the gut and the brain,
Yes.
right? Or our gut brain and our brain.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah. I mentioned those things because what happens is when you eat a diet that is primarily processed foods, commercial foods, pre-prepared foods, whatever you want to call them, your gut microbiome grows to love those things. And it tells your brain that that's what you want. And it tells your taste buds that that's what tastes good. So the consumable products that I sell are simply plants, fruits, vegetables, berries, and plant oils that give you omegas. Those reprogram your gut and it informs your brain and it informs your taste buds that your body is really happy when it eats things like salads. And so the one of the best things that I ever heard was a mother who was trying to have better nutrition for her 15-year-old daughter. And after she started taking the plant capsules, the daughter was like, Mom, I want to have more salads at dinner time. And the mother's jaw just dropped because this solved a big problem for her. Because your gut microbiome, each organism lasts maybe 20 minutes. So if you don't eat plant foods, those organisms which thrive on plant foods go away. So this is your micro herd. This is your all of the things that are in your guts that really, really thrive, the good ones, the most health promoting bacteria that create your brain chemicals. Like I used to read things that said 70% of serotonin is made in your gut. Now they're saying 90%. So your neurotransmitters, what makes your brain happy and what makes your brain work well, those things are produced in your gut when your gut is well fed.
well,
So I'm going to stop right there because I can talk on and on.
I want to say, I know that we've learned that the gut is so much more important to overall health than we realized. I mean, it helps with well, all kinds of digestion and getting nutrition from our food, and also having a healthy gut prevents us from having some food allergies, which like a whole, inflammation and like all these different kinds of things. And then part of what I'm hearing from you, which I didn't know about, is that what we eat determines what we're interested in eating. So if we eat junk food, we want more junk food, and if we eat salad, we want more salad.
Yep. Yep. I'm a big fan of Dr. William Bulsiewicz, who's a gastroenterologist out of Canada. And he wrote a book called Fiber Fueled. to help people diversify their diet and get off these restrictive diets that have them not eating this and not eating that. Because if you're going to go on an elimination diet, it should be only for 2 weeks,
Mhm.
unless you actually have a food allergy. A food allergy means you need an EpiPen. A food intolerance means your body's out of balance. And getting your body back into balance is the idea that we want to have happen. And I don't diagnose. I work with people to get better nutrition, and their doctors are going to be very amazed when they come back. And some of the things that people were complaining about are better. So, one of the things that people are really, really happy about is you have better elimination, you have better sleep, you have better energy.
Yep.
This is almost universal for anybody that takes our product. So I focused mainly on the plant powders and what we call the essentials, the
And
essential capsules.
and
But
we
I
didn't
want to talk about the Tower
right,
Garden.
just before we go there, we didn't talk about this
Uh-huh.
before. But do you have anything you can show us? Do you have any of the products you can show us? And I can pause if you want to run and get them.
Yeah, give me a pause because I have
Okay,
them handy, but not right
just
here.
a moment.
Okay, so then
All right, so you went to get your products.
yeah, this product was developed by a naturopathic doctor, and it was commercialized by the Juice Plus company. It was introduced in 1993, so it's 31 years old. These are the fruit and veggie capsules that you can just swallow. If you can see that they're just capsules. Let me hold one up. I don't know that you can see that. They're not that
Right in
big
front of your
unless you
face.
go
Got
to
to be in
front.
front of your face, your
Got to
body.
be right in front of my
Yep,
face.
great. Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah. So it's about the size of, there's my nose for comparison.
Do
So what I like to do is just throw them in my smoothie. But yeah, and
you
so
just you
then
open it up and you just pour the powder in?
I just chuck them in
The
because I
whole
have a
thing?
ninja and that thing just goes, grrr. And it's a tapioca shell.
Put it in front of you because we
Hmm.
okay, great.
There we go. So this is the berry blend that came out about 15 years later. And during the late, actually, it was only more like 10 years later. I've been only in this business 9 years. And so when I came on board, there was all three, the trio of plant capsules. And then there's the Omega blend, which is the newest product that came out in 2017. This is a vegan Omega blend that replaces fish oil. A lot of people that are intolerant of fish oil or they want to be vegan for whatever reason, they can take these.
Mhm.
And it has a full complement of omega fatty acids, some of which your body cannot make at all. And the algae oil is what the fish eat the algae and produce the omega 3s in their body, except that really it's that they eat the omega 3s. And what we've found is when they compared the bioavailability or the ability of the bodies to absorb this is twice as much gets absorbed twice as fast. We were just hoping it would be as good as fish oil.
Compared to fish
We
oil.
were all, we were like so happy that
Yeah.
it's
Well,
actually superior.
that's particularly good for the brain, I believe, because those are chemicals
Mm-hmm.
wrapping the neurons and things like that. Or
DHA is what a lot of what your brain is made out of is DHA. And when you look on here, it's very modest amounts of DHA and EPA.
Mhm.
But let me tell you, they are bioavailable, and that's everything. If
Our body can
people need
get them and use them.
bioavailability,
Mhm.
yeah, it's a big word, but it just means that your body, yes.
Yeah, great.
And so that's the products in a nutshell for better health. And now I want to switch over to the Tower Garden, which is for those people that really want to grow their own food, but they don't have land, they don't have garden space, or their circumstances just don't allow them to go use a community garden.
Like
Maybe
the
they have a
climate is
balcony.
crazy.
Yeah, the climate is crazy and bugs are eating all your food or other things, rabbits come and eat all your food. And yeah, so a tower garden is a way to have a vertical aeroponic growing system. So the roots of the plants are in air, they're in this cylinder. It's a food grade PVC. It'll last for probably 30 or 50 years. And if you don't have sufficient light, you use LED lights to illuminate it. And that you can see in the background, I have a couple of tower gardens that were living outside one summer.
And just so
And
people don't
so
know some
they,
of the terms, just the PVC is the white stuff.
yep, the PVC is the frame. And there are just so many things you can grow. But the things you can't grow is you can't grow trees, you can't grow vines like grapes, you can't grow blueberries, raspberries, root crops. But what is the thing that you usually find has gone bad in your refrigerator before anything else? It's greens.
Yeah.
And what as soon as you actually cut greens, they start to bleed out, right? They are starting to lose it. When you cut a tomato, it can stay for a while. When you have an apple, you can store it. Fruits are made by nature to be storage units. Leaves are not. So when you cut the leaf, you need to eat the leaf.
Mhm.
And it's the most amazing taste to have fresh leafy greens of any type. Swiss chard, kale, you can grow chives,
Or,
basil, any kind of herbs.
yeah.
I love to do like a crown of cilantro on my tower garden and then chop it off and make cilantro pesto. So, and I was not really interested in this because I'm such a gardener and I love compost and I love the soil life. But I realized that in December and January, I wanted to make fresh pesto and I wanted to eat fresh lettuce, not the winter greens. You like, baby kale and stuff like that. I really wanted lovely, luscious lettuce in the middle of winter. It's an unnatural urge, I know, but I want a nice, crispy green salad, not something that's traveled 1,000 miles to get to me and looks like it's been on the road that long,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, for the amount of time, right, that things are shipped, I mean, the nutrition just goes down so much and they're not as attractive. They don't taste as good. I've personally done studies on this stuff. Oh yeah.
Wow. Wow. So then that's pretty awesome. I I can do a quick
Oh,
screen share.
oh yeah, yeah. I
I
can give
I
you
brought
some
up
screen
an
share.
image that
Right, you can share your
if you
screen now. Are
so let me share.
you going to share a little about how the inside of the gardens work?
Sure.
I can say some things about that if you're not going to share that.
So
I
that
just happen
that
to do all this work, yeah, around your products, so I just know about this stuff, but it's not common that I know that when I do these interviews.
right. So what happens is this is an indoor unit. This happens to be my dining room. I have a mirror behind this one because somebody just gave me a mirror. So I thought, what better thing to do than reflect the light? And those are LED lights. And what happens is there's the reservoir in the bottom holds the water and the nutrients and a submerged pump. The submerged pump brings the water up to the top and gravity makes it flow down and waters all the roots. And the timer that controls the pump goes on about 15 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes, once an hour. And it sounds like a waterfall.
Yeah, so the water's brought
It
up to the
makes,
top of that column and then it rains down over everything, and so that's how the roots get wet.
yes. And the man who developed this is named Tim Blank, and he worked at Epcot Center in Florida.
Yep.
And he was working on how to grow plants for this in space station. It so they this is not what he came up with, of course. This is a terrestrial unit, but they were actively trying to figure out ways to provide everything that plants need and grow them in an aeroponic way. So that's a wrap on the basics
Well,
of what
and
I
maybe I
sell.
want to say too, so then there are openings in the column where the plants
Hmm.
go, and then you can start off as little seedlings or baby plantlets or like things like that. And then right, and so you can grow a lot of different plants all together. And then the lights are on the pieces that are hanging down around the sides of it. So the lights all face in on the plants.
Yep. Yep. And they're adjustable. Some of the copycat products don't have adjustable lights. We've seen this product came out in 2012, and we've seen a complete proliferation of home growing kits, some of which I'm sure are fine. But some of the complaints I hear is it's not easy to get at the water. It's not easy to dissolve the nutrients. Our nutrients are liquid. They immediately, there's no dissolving in the water. They just mix into the water. And you see this little flap down here that has the logo near the
Hmm.
bottom? That just pops up. I mean, it's held on there by gravity. So you just lift it up. When it needs water, you add water and nutrients. And it's so easy to care for that. And the adjustability of the lights, because as your plants grow huge, see how this one on the left has been pulled out away from the unit to accommodate this giant shiso leaf that's
Yep.
growing there.
Wow.
That's what a lot of these it's like the movability of the lights is so key product distinguisher.
Mhm.
All right, I'll list can figure out how to stop sharing.
It used to be
Stop
up at the top.
sharing.
I don't know where it is now. Okay, great.
There it is.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So I grow from seed, and I have quite a few customers in this area who have tower gardens, and I will grow starts for them if they want. There's also vendors, certified vendors that you can order plants from who have a large variety of plants.
Mhm.
And if you happen to have sunlight, you can grow outside, and you can use a grow cage or a support system that is an accessory. So you can grow tomatoes and cucumbers as long as you have a warm spot with sun.
Yeah, and it could potentially be outdoors during part of the year and indoors during part of the year. So all kinds of different ways of doing it with the lights, without the lights, and yeah.
That's
And
right.
like if someone wants to grow heirloom seeds, they can grow heirloom seeds in this too.
That's what I do. I order a specialty Asian microgreens and Asian vegetables that are just Kitasawa seeds from San Francisco has been and the Japanese gardeners have created immense variety of delicious greens that we can all enjoy in our own home gardens now.
Mm. Well, so you have supplements that help people be healthier and help them want to eat foods that are good for them, right? Good for their gut, good for their brain. And you also have all these devices for people to grow their own food or
That's it,
flowers.
exactly. Yes, or edible flowers, the best of both worlds.
Great. Well, if people want to learn more, how do they find you on the web? How do they learn about your products?
Well, you can, my, my website is pretty easy, but the URL is going to change. So I think you can still find it. It's Linda-Sebring, my name, .towergarden.com, or the same thing, Linda-Sebring.juiceplus.com. You can also find me on Facebook now that you know what my face looks like. I usually try to have a clear picture of my face as my profile. So you can look me up, Linda Sebring in Corvallis, Oregon on Facebook. You can connect with me there. I'll respond to Messenger, Facebook Messenger. I also have an Instagram account so that you can at Sebring Linda, I believe is my Instagram. Yep.
It's great. And it's up to you. Did you want to share any email or phone number or anything else like that too? I just given that your website URLs are changing, I want to make sure people can find you.
Yeah, yeah. I have a cell phone 541 829 1071. And my email is juicepluslsebring at gmail.com.
Okay,
That's
great. Misspelled name. Oh,
juicepluslsebring at gmail.com.
that's right. And Linda is Linda and Sebring is Sebring.
Right.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
excited to have you at more of our fairs. I love that you're here and all the like live products growing. It's so healthy. It's great. The great energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Lorelai. I appreciate the opportunity to talk to people and reach out to them because I was looking for this product for a long time before I was able to find it. I didn't find it in stores. I didn't find it online. I was looking for just fruits and vegetables in a powdered form without any other additives. And so I feel like I have to tell other people about this because I wish I would have found this 10 years sooner.
Yeah. Well, great that you're here now and making it available to so many people. And
Thank you.
for all of you listening and watching, if you have any trouble finding Linda, you can always reach out to me also. All of our events are at mewefairs.com, MEWEFAIRS.com. Thanks so much, Linda.
Thank you, Lorelai.